thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies. It's a recipe that I keep seeing over and over again on Facebook, and it's called Levain Bakery. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the cookies look amazing. That's what they look like. However, I do know one secret that they do, and that is that they put some extra chocolate chips on the cookies after they come out of the oven. That's how they get those glossy looking chips on top there. So I know that secret. But anyway, they look amazing, and I want to give this recipe a try and see if they come out even close to looking like that. So let's get started. It says to take a cup of butter and cube it, which I have done. I'm going to put it in my mixer. And about this mixer, everybody always asks me about this mixer. It's called the Nutrimil Artiste. I think they call it a box mixer. I love it. It has 2 paddles instead of 1. And it just does everything so much faster. It's got 2 scrapers, one that scrapes the inside of the bowl and one scrapes the outside of the bowl. I love this thing. I never use my KitchenAid anymore because I just love this thing. So anyway, I'll put a link in the description if you have any interest in getting a new mixer. So here's the cubed butter. I'm going to throw that in there. And it says, in a large bowl, cream together the cold butter, sugar, and brown sugar. So I need a cup of brown sugar. Half a cup. 1 cup. And I need a cup of regular sugar. Okay, I'm going to let this cream for a few minutes. All right, it says to add the eggs 1 at a time. And add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so now we're going to add our dry ingredients, and so many recipes always say to use a separate bowl and put all your dry ingredients into a separate bowl. I hate dirtying another bowl, so what I do is I just use my sifter as a bowl, and I put all the dry stuff in here, and then I sift it, and then I would have had to use this anyway, so I'm only getting 1 thing dirty. So I need 3 cups of flour. But I'm going to put the flour in 1 cup at a time. So I'm going to do half a cup, 1 cup, and then I'm going to put the other dry ingredients in there, mix it a little bit, and then put some more flour in there. So my other dry ingredients are 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you always want to sift because you always end up with some little round hard balls of flour, and those aren't fun to bite into. Okay, now we're going to put in our 2nd cup of flour. And our third cup of flour. Okay, now we're going to add our chocolate chips. It says 2 cups of chocolate chips. Half a cup. 1 cup. 1.5 cup. 2 cups. Okay, so the dough is ready. The recipe also calls for walnuts, but I'm actually taking some of these to, my mom lives in a retirement home, and I think they don't care for nuts there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out about half of them, and then I'm going to throw some nuts in there for me, because I like nuts, and for anybody else who likes nuts. So we're going to get started scooping them out onto this. I have this extra large cookie tray. I love these because I can fit a whole lot more in my oven at a time. It's you can get maybe 20 instead of 12, somewhere around there, depending on how big you make them. And I'm not going to make these cookies as gigantic as in the picture, because I know that's, if you were making them like the bakery makes them, that's how you would want to do that. But I never like to eat a cookie that's that big, and I'm sure my mom and her friends don't want to eat gigantic cookies either, so I'm just going to make them kind of standard sized. Now I'm going to put the nuts in. I'm going to put about half a cup in because I have about half as much dough left, and it had originally said to use a full cup of nuts, so I'm just going to use a half. Okay, so we'll bake the ones without nuts first, and then I'll do a second batch with nuts. So this is one sort of odd thing about this recipe, is usually you bake cookies right around 350, sometimes 375. These bake at 410, which is unusual. But I've got my parchment paper down. I always use parchment paper. I hate baking anything without parchment paper because it's easy cleanup, and after baking for several years, I have noticed that parchment will help avoid burning. You can still burn stuff, but you can get away with accidentally leaving the cookies in a little too long, and the parchment paper kind of saves you, whereas if they were straight on the metal, they'd be burnt. So I love the parchment paper. 410 degrees, and it says 10 to 12 minutes. Now, granted, that was for great big cookies. So these are not great big, so I'm going to start checking them at about 8 minutes. Okay, we'll see how they come out. Okay, so our cookies are all done now, and I put some chocolate chips on top of some so that they would look like the picture. You know, they have the glossy chocolate chips on top. But I didn't want to do that to the whole pan. I just wanted to do that to show you the difference. I mean, fancy, non-fancy, but they taste exactly the same. These just have a little more chocolate. And I've never made these before, so I'm going to go ahead and taste one. Very good. They are a little thicker than the average cookie. You know how a lot of times when you make chocolate chip cookies, they kind of flatten out a little bit. These are thicker. So they're good. I definitely recommend them. It was an easy recipe. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.